Welcome to my channel, Coin Treasure HD. Have you ever wondered if an ordinary 1983 Liberty 1 cent in your pocket could actually be worth far more than 1 cent? In today's video, we're uncovering the fascinating history, rare mint eras, current market value, key dates, mint marks, and hidden features of the 1983 Lincoln Memorial Penny, one of the most searched modern US coins by collectors. We'll also show you how to identify valuable varieties, what makes certain 1983 pennies worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and what you should look for before spending or selling your coin. So if you love rare coins, valuable pennies, coin collecting, coin roll hunting, mint eras, and hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Stay with us until the end because the coin sitting in your collection could be more valuable than you ever imagined. Let's get started. Top 3 first up. Welcome back, coin lovers. Today we are taking a close look at the famous 1983 Liberty 1 cent, better known as the 1983 Lincoln Memorial Penny. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another common penny, but many collectors carefully search through rolls of pennies looking for special 1983 examples. While billions were produced, certain high-grade coins and rare era varieties can be surprisingly valuable. The year 1983 is especially important because it came just after one of the biggest changes in US coin history, when the US Mint switched from mostly copper pennies to copper-plated zinc pennies. Because of this transition and the discovery of several rare mint eras, the 1983 penny has become one of the most interesting modern Lincoln cents for collectors. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. By 1983, the Lincoln Memorial design had already been in use for more than 20 years after replacing the wheat cent reverse in 1959. During the early 1980s, the rising cost of copper became a major problem for the US Mint because producing pennies was becoming increasingly expensive. In 1982, the mint officially changed the composition from mostly copper to a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. The 1983 penny was among the first full years to use this new composition. This makes it an important coin in modern American numismatic history. During 1983, the United States was recovering from economic difficulties, inflation was slowing, and technology was rapidly advancing. Although this penny was made for everyday commerce, today it is collected because of its historical significance, composition change, and the possibility of valuable era coins. The obverse of the 1983 Lincoln cent features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The word Liberty appears to the left of Lincoln, while the date 1983 is shown on the right side. The national motto "In God We Trust" appears across the top edge. If present, the mint mark is located below the date. The reverse features the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro, with the words United States of America around the upper edge, 1 cent in large letters at the center, and the motto EPLUBUS UNUM above the memorial. If you look closely, Abraham Lincoln's statue can actually be seen inside the memorial, making this one of the few US coins to show the same person on both sides. The coin is made of 97.5% zinc with a 2.5% copper plating, weighs 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and features a plain edge. This lightweight composition is one of the easiest ways to identify a standard 1983 penny. The 1983 Lincoln cent was struck at 3 different US mint facilities. Coins with no mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on Lincoln cents during that period. Coins with a D mint mark were struck in Denver, Colorado, while those with an S mint mark were struck at the San Francisco Mint for proof sets made specifically for collectors. Although Philadelphia and Denver coins are both common, collectors still seek high-grade examples with attractive surfaces. The San Francisco proof coins are known for their mirror-like finish and sharper details. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 7.75 billion 1983 pennies, making it one of the highest mintage Lincoln cents ever issued. The Denver Mint struck about 6.47 billion coins, while the San Francisco Mint produced approximately 3.3 million proof coins. These enormous production numbers mean that most normal 1983 pennies are common in circulated condition. However, superb mint state examples, proof coins with exceptional quality, and genuine mint errors are much more desirable and can command strong prices. A heavily worn 1983 Lincoln cent is generally worth only its face value of 1 cent. Most circulated examples sell for about 5 cents to 25 cents, depending on condition. Fine condition coins are usually worth 10 cents to 50 cents, while extremely fine examples often sell for 25 cents to $1. Bright uncirculated coins in mint state can range from $1 to $10, depending on eye appeal and grade. Certified coins graded MS-66 may sell for around $20 to $60, while MS-67 examples often bring $100 to several $100s. The finest certified coins can sell for over $1,000 if they are among the best known. The most valuable pieces are not ordinary coins, but rare mint errors. Genuine 1983 double-die reverse pennies have sold for thousands of dollars, with outstanding certified examples bringing more than $10,000 at major auctions. Values always depend on condition, certification, collector demand, and whether the coin is a verified error. The most famous variety is the 1983 double-die reverse, where strong doubling can be seen on the words 1 cent, EPLUBUSUNUM, and United States of America. This is one of the most sought-after modern Lincoln cent errors and can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Other collectible errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, rotated dies, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. Occasionally, transitional composition errors have also attracted attention, but these are extremely rare and require professional authentication. Because many minor doubling effects are caused by machine doubling rather than a true double die, collectors should have expensive varieties verified by a reputable grading service. One of the most exciting facts about the 1983 Lincoln cent is that it can still occasionally be found in circulation, especially in penny rolls from banks, old piggy banks, inherited collections, estate sales, and forgotten jars of change. Millions remain in everyday use, and collectors continue searching because valuable double-die errors are often overlooked. Even if you do not find a rare error, discovering a beautiful uncirculated example in circulation has become much more difficult over time, making the search exciting for beginners and experienced collectors alike. Before selling a 1983 penny, always inspect it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Pay close attention to the lettering on the reverse to check for genuine doubling. Never clean the coin because cleaning almost always reduces its collector value. If you believe you have a rare error or an exceptionally high-grade coin, consider having it authenticated and graded by a respected third-party grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Store valuable coins in protective holders, archival quality flips, or capsules to prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental damage. The 1983 Lincoln cent remains a popular modern collectible because nearly everyone can afford to search for one. Ordinary circulated coins are unlikely to become expensive because of their huge mintage, but certified high-grade examples and genuine error coins continue to enjoy strong collector demand. As more top-quality coins enter permanent collections and fewer pristine examples remain available, premium-grade coins may continue to appreciate over the long term. Collectors especially focus on certified double-die varieties because they combine rarity with strong demand. A surprising fact about the 1983 Lincoln cent is that it shows Abraham Lincoln on both sides of the coin. His portrait appears on the front, while his tiny seated statue is visible inside the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse if viewed under magnification. Another interesting fact is that many people still think all pennies are made mostly of copper, but beginning in 1982, and continuing through 1983, most pennies were actually made with a zinc core covered by a very thin layer of copper. This change helped reduce production costs and remains one of the biggest changes in modern US coinage. Thank you for watching this complete guide to the 1983 Liberty 1 cent Lincoln Memorial Penny. Now it's your turn to check your pocket change, old coin jars, and family collections, because you never know when a rare double die or high-grade 1983 penny might be waiting to be discovered. Next up, welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are exploring the fascinating 2001 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent, one of the most common modern U.S. pennies that still attracts collectors because of its historical significance, collectible varieties, and valuable mint eras. At first glance, this small copper-colored coin may seem ordinary, but many collectors carefully examine every 2001 penny they find. While most examples are worth only face value in circulation, high-grade coins and rare era varieties can sell for much higher prices. That is why searching through pocket change, coin rolls, and old jars remains an exciting hobby for collectors across the United States. The 2001 Lincoln cent was produced by the United States Mint during the final years of the famous Lincoln Memorial reverse design. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular U.S. circulating coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person instead of the symbolic image of liberty. The Lincoln Memorial Reverse was introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and remained in use until 2008. The year 2001 was a memorable period in American history. The nation experienced major technological growth, and later that year, the tragic events of September 11 deeply affected the country. Throughout these historic events, billions of Lincoln cents continued circulating in everyday commerce. Because of this, the 2001 penny became part of the daily lives of millions of Americans and remains an important modern collectible. The obverse of the 2001 Lincoln cent features the right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. Above his head appears the word Liberty, while the date 2001 is shown to the right with the D mint mark beneath the date. The motto "In God We Trust" appears across the top of the coin. The obverse was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, appear in tiny letters near the bottom of Lincoln's shoulder. The reverse features the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro. If viewed carefully under magnification, a tiny image of Abraham Lincoln can actually be seen seated inside the memorial. Around the design appear the inscriptions United States of America, 1 cent, and EPLUBUS UNUM. The coin is made primarily of 97.5% zinc with a 2.5% copper plating. It weighs 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and features a plain edge. These specifications have been standard for Lincoln cents since 1982. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. Denver has produced billions of Lincoln cents over many decades and continues to be one of the largest coin-producing facilities in the United States. The mint mark itself does not automatically make the coin valuable, but certain years, varieties, or era coins from Denver can command strong premiums. Coins without a mint mark from 2001 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, while proof coins carrying the S mint mark were produced at the San Francisco Mint, specifically for collectors. The Denver Mint produced approximately 4.41 billion 2001 Lincoln cents. This extremely large mintage means the coin is very common in circulation. Because so many were made, ordinary circulated examples are not considered rare. However, perfectly preserved mint state coins with exceptional eye appeal are much scarcer than circulated examples, and certified high-grade coins become increasingly difficult to find. Era coins are naturally much rarer because they were produced accidentally. A heavily worn 2001 Lincoln cent is generally worth its face value of 1 cent. Average circulated examples usually sell for 1 to 10 cents depending on condition and local demand. Fine condition coins often bring around 10 to 25 cents. Extremely fine examples may sell for 25 to 75 cents. Attractive uncirculated coins commonly sell for $1 to $5, while brilliant mint state examples graded MS-65 or better often bring $5 to $20. Coins certified in exceptionally high grades, such as MS-67 or MS-68, when available, can sell for several $100s because very few survive in nearly perfect condition. Auction prices vary depending on grading, eye appeal, and certification. Rare mint-era examples can also sell for hundreds or even several $1,000s if they are dramatic and authenticated. Although normal 2001D pennies are common, collectors actively search for error coins. Some known errors include doubled dies, where letters or numbers appear doubled because of the die manufacturing process. Off-center strikes occur when the blank planchet is not properly aligned during striking, creating a dramatic appearance. Broad strikes happen when the retaining collar fails, producing a wider-than-normal coin. Clipped planchets have missing curved sections caused during blank production. Die cracks create raised lines across the coin's surface. Rotated dies result in the reverse design being misaligned when compared to the obverse. Rare wrong planchet strikes, where penny design is struck on a planchet intended for another denomination, are among the most valuable errors. The value of these errors depends on how dramatic they are and whether they have been authenticated by a respected grading service. The exciting part about the 2001 D. Lincoln cent is that it can still be found in circulation today. Many examples remain hidden inside old piggy banks, coin jars, inherited collections, estate sales, bank coin rolls, and forgotten boxes. While finding an ordinary penny is common, discovering a high-grade coin or a genuine mint error can turn a simple 1-cent coin into a valuable collectible. This possibility keeps many collectors searching through thousands of pennies every year. Before selling a 2001 D. Lincoln cent, examine it carefully under good lighting and with a magnifying glass. Look closely for unusual doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other mint errors. Never clean the coin, because cleaning can permanently damage the surface and significantly reduce its collector value. If you believe your coin is in outstanding condition or has a major error, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Store valuable coins in protective holders or archival quality coin flips to prevent scratches and environmental damage. The 2001 D. Lincoln cent is not considered a rare date because billions were produced. However, collector demand for top-quality certified coins and genuine mint errors continues to remain steady. High-grade examples become more difficult to locate as more coins enter circulation and develop wear. While ordinary circulated coins are unlikely to become expensive investments, exceptional mint state coins and authenticated error varieties may continue to increase in value over time as collectors compete for the finest known examples. One fascinating fact about the Lincoln Memorial Reverse is that it is one of the few U.S. coin designs where the same historical figure appears twice on the same side of the coin. Abraham Lincoln is shown as the main portrait on the obverse, and a tiny statue of Lincoln is visible inside the memorial on the reverse. Another interesting fact is that the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. circulating coin to feature an actual president instead of the symbolic image of liberty. Even though billions of 2001 D pennies were produced, collectors still enjoy searching for exceptional examples and rare mint errors hidden among everyday pocket change. Thank you for watching this complete guide to the 2001 D. Lincoln 1 cent. Next up, the 1983 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is one of the most interesting modern U.S. pennies because it comes from a time when the United States Mint had recently changed the composition of the 1 cent coin. At first glance, this penny looks like an ordinary coin that millions of Americans used every day, but collectors know that certain 1983 D cents can be worth much more than 1 cent because of their condition, rare mint errors, and strong demand among Lincoln cent collectors. While most examples remain common, a small number with important mint mistakes or outstanding preservation have sold for impressive prices. That is why coin hunters continue searching through pocket change, old piggy banks, coin jars, inherited collections, and bank rolls, hopping to discover a valuable 1983 D. Lincoln cent. The 1983 D. Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint during an important period in American coinage. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the U.S. Mint made one of the biggest changes in the history of the Lincoln cent by replacing the traditional 95% copper composition with a copper-plated zinc core. Rising copper prices had made the old bronze pennies too expensive to produce, so the mint switched to a less costly metal while keeping the same appearance. By 1983, all regular circulating Lincoln cents were made from this new copper-plated zinc composition. The United States was recovering from the economic difficulties of the early 1980s, and billions of cents were needed to support everyday commerce. Because of this massive production, the 1983 D became one of the most widely used pennies of its era. Today, it represents an important chapter in the history of U.S. coinage, marking the beginning of the modern zinc Lincoln cent that continues to circulate today. The obverse of the 1983 D. Lincoln cent features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln faces to the right, with the word Liberty on the left side of the portrait and the date, 1983, to the right. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust." Just below the date is the D Mint mark, showing that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The memorial appears in the center with the words United States of America around the top, 1 cent across the bottom, and the motto EPLUBUSUNUM above the memorial. If viewed carefully under magnification, Abraham Lincoln's tiny statue can actually be seen sitting inside the memorial. The coin is made of 97.5% zinc with a thin coating of 2.5% copper. It weighs approximately 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter with a plain edge. Although simple in appearance, this design is one of the longest-running and most recognized coin designs in American history. The D Mint mark indicates that this penny was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The Denver Mint has produced billions of Lincoln cents and remains one of the busiest U.S. mint facilities. Unlike Philadelphia coins of many earlier years, the 1983 D carries its mint mark below the date. Because such a large number of these coins were produced, the Denver Mint mark alone does not make the coin valuable. Instead, collectors focus on exceptional condition, unusual mint errors, or certified high-grade examples. The mint location can affect value for certain dates and varieties, but for the regular 1983 D cent, rarity depends much more on grade and errors than on the mint mark itself. The Denver Mint produced approximately 6,467,199,428 Lincoln cents in 1983. This enormous mintage means that the regular 1983 D penny is considered a very common coin. Millions remain in circulation today, and countless more survive in collections. Because of its huge production, it is not considered a key date or a scarce issue. However, collectors still seek beautiful uncirculated examples with original red color, and rare era coins from this year can be much more valuable than ordinary pieces. In poor condition with heavy wear, a 1983 D Lincoln cent is generally worth only its face value of 1 cent. In average circulated condition, most examples are worth between 1 cent and about 25 cents, depending on their appearance and market demand. Fine condition coins with moderate wear often sell for around 10 to 50 cents. Extremely fine examples with only light wear may bring between 50 cents and $1. Bright, original uncirculated coins usually sell for $1 to $5. Certified mint state coins in grades such as MS65 red often sell for around $10 to $30, while superb gems graded MS67 red may reach several $100s. The finest known examples certified in elite grades have sold at major auctions for well over $1,000, demonstrating how much collectors will pay for nearly perfect modern Lincoln cents. Values always depend on eye appeal, certification, color designation, and current market demand. The most famous error associated with the 1983 Lincoln cent is actually the 1983 double die reverse, but that major variety is known on Philadelphia coins without a mint mark rather than the Denver issue. For the 1983 D penny, collectors search for dramatic off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, rotated dies, strike-through errors, and wrong planchet errors. Some coins have been discovered struck on foreign or incorrect planchets, making them extremely valuable. Large off-center strikes that still show the full date can sell for hundreds of dollars. Broad strikes and clipped planchets often attract strong collector interest, while major die cracks and cuds can also command premium prices. Any unusual-looking 1983 D cent should be examined carefully by an experienced collector or submitted to a professional grading service for authentication. One of the most exciting things about the 1983 D Lincoln cent is that it can still be found in circulation today. Since billions were produced, these pennies continue to appear in pocket change, coin rolls from banks, old coffee cans, family collections, estate sales, piggy banks, and forgotten boxes stored in garages or attics. Although most are worth only face value, discovering an uncirculated coin with full original red color or an authentic mint error could lead to a valuable find. This possibility keeps collectors searching through thousands of pennies every year. Before selling a 1983 D Lincoln cent, always inspect it under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for unusual doubling, off-center strikes, cracks, clipped edges, or other mint errors. Check whether the coin still has its original bright red color, since red examples are worth more than brown or red-brown coins in high grades. Never clean the coin because cleaning leaves scratches and removes the original surface, greatly reducing its collector value. If you believe your coin is an exceptional mint state example or a rare error, consider sending it to a respected grading company such as PCGS or NGC. Store valuable coins in acid-free holders, coin flips, or protective capsules to prevent damage and preserve their condition. The regular 1983 D Lincoln cent is not considered a rare investment coin because of its massive mintage, but the finest certified examples continue to attract collectors who compete for top registry sets. Demand for high-grade Lincoln cents remains strong because the Lincoln series is one of the most widely collected in the world. Rare mint errors are especially popular and can increase significantly in value over time. While ordinary circulated examples are unlikely to become expensive, exceptional condition coins and authenticated error varieties have the greatest long-term investment potential. The 1983 D Lincoln cent was produced only 1 year after the United States switched from bronze to copper-plated zinc pennies, making it part of an important transition in American coin history. Even though the coin appears to be solid copper, its core is almost entirely zinc, with only a thin copper coating. The Lincoln Memorial Reverse allows collectors with strong magnification to see the tiny statue of Abraham Lincoln inside the memorial, making it one of the few coins in the world that depicts the same person on both sides of the coin. Billions were struck, yet finding a flawless mint state example with perfect original color is much harder than most people expect. Thank you for watching this complete guide to the 1983 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent. Now it's time to check your own pennies, because you never know when a rare mint error or a beautiful high-grade coin could be hiding in your collection. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more valuable coins from your pocket change, make sure to like this video, leave a comment telling us your best coin find, and subscribe to Coin Treasure HD for more exciting coin history, values, rare errors, and hidden treasures. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next coin discovery. And remember, the next valuable coin could already be waiting in your pocket.